Hey everybody,
Hello, everybody.
Rob and Matt, we're back here again. Today's a special video. This was totally Matt's idea. It's off the cuff. Matt, I'm gonna have you explain what we're doing here.
Okay, today we're going to be doing an unboxing and a little, not super in-depth glance, but like a little glimpse of a special edition of a fantasy series that Bob and I hold very near and dear to our hearts, and that my good friend off camera here, I believe, was the one who got me into it, which is, I spread it around, and Rob got into the series,
Yeah.
and yeah, Brandon Sanderson, who helped finish the last three Wheel of Time books, got permission from Robert Jordan's widow to start producing special edition leatherbounds of the series. And this is such a nerdy thing and a collector thing, and I love Brandon. He's like, for years I felt like I'm paraphrasing him here. He said he felt like Wheel of Time did not have the editions fit for the kind of story and narrative that it has. So
I
that's what
agree
they
with him.
set out to do here. And I've seen pictures online. I think it looks phenomenal, but I haven't even opened it. You're all going to be seeing my first reactions here, along with Rob. And yeah, let's get into it.
Should be fun.
Tear this mofo open. And usually, Dragonsteel ships their stuff in these really cool boxes. They're usually pretty easy to open, but I might struggle a little bit. Yep.
The ASMR Matt.
Yep.
Today Matthew is going to be.
Unboxing.
He's going the eye of the world. He's going to be unboxing the eye of the world. If you're like me and you find ASMR stuff makes you want to punch a wall, I apologize. I can't stand it. It does
I don't get the appeal.
Yeah.
I guess I don't hate it, but I don't understand what's. Ooh, cool! I got cardboard underneath my nail. That's a great.
Nice
feeling.
ASMR and an injury. We're getting there. This video's got everything.
Okay, normally they up. There we go.
Well
Whoop.
done.
Whoop.
Oh. Ooh,
There's your first little glimpse.
Nice. Oh, wow, it like sparkled off. The light shimmered on it. Very nice.
Yep, and they actually have like care instructions and stuff too.
Very cool.
It's in plastic, so it's a little shiny right now. I'll take the plastic wrap
I was
off.
going to ask, are you breaking the cellophane, Matt? Are you going to do that for us?
Oh, yeah. Ooh, the Wheel of Time turns, and then... Oh, man, and then that's probably in one of the languages there. I'm wondering if that's in, like, Old Manatharan right there.
Probably, yeah.
That's really cool.
That is actually awesome.
All right, let's open her up. Okay, you know what, real quick, I'm going to read it. Important leather-bound care information. We recommend that you review the entire book for defects and damages upon arrival. Any damages or defects, blah, 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 blah. Here, this might be individual. Due to the artisan nature of these books and the texture of the leather, it is perfectly normal for there to be light imperfections in the foil. This adds to the individual character of the book. No two copies are perfectly alike. Remove from shrink wrap upon delivery. There we go. That's an important tip. That's because if there's any moisture locked in here, it could easily get moldy because the moisture has nowhere to escape to.
Oh,
Fun
right.
fact for any book collectors that might get books that are shipped in book wrap. In fact, a lot of small presses I order from, they don't even shrink wrap them. Or if they get them shrink wrap, they take it out before they send it because of that. Yeah. And due to changes in humidity, be careful of where you store the books. Check on them if the pages get wavy or it looks like they're collecting moisture. You got to move them.
So many noises.
Yeah, this time I'm not even trolling. Oh, ooh. Hey, hang on. Hang on, audience. Got a nice little opening there. Let's see. Can we get it? Oh.
Oh. Hearing some plastic go.
But yeah, so what about the Wheel of Time? Wheel of Time is an epic, what is it? 14
books, yeah. Yep.
14 book series. It started in the 90s and finished in, what was it, 2011?
I think it's 20, I want to say it's 2012, 2013. Was when.
Yeah, like right when I finished college, I want to say. Which is crazy to think about. Yeah,
I know.
2013.
I feel like I remember the last book, man, while I was still in community college.
Yeah, it might have. I know the Towers of Midnight signing was when we were still at County College. Because I ended up going by myself because nobody could go with me. That was my first time navigating New York City, chat, and that was
By
that was an
yourself,
interesting...
yeah. You were like, what,
Yeah.
23 or something maybe? Or 22 or something like that?
Something like that.
I was supposed to
Ooh.
go to you to that with that, or I was supposed to go with you to that, but I couldn't do it for some reason.
Whoa. Check this out, everybody.
Wow.
And
Very
it's
nice.
Tactilely, like texturally, this feels nice. Like it almost feels like snakeskin or
Cool.
something, which is very applicable because you know the
Yeah.
Ouroboros. Excuse me, I'm stroking here. You know, it's kind of like snake-like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. I also forgot how massive Book 1 was, honestly, because I saw how big this was. It barely fit in the mailbox.
I have the regular hardcover edition here. So
Ooh, look how shiny that is.
That is very
Oh my God.
shiny. How many pages? The original hardcover. I think this is
Go check
obviously.
it out.
Oh,
Original
nice.
cover
Very
is the
cool.
first
I'm
end
glad
paper.
they still have the cover inside of it. That's really awesome.
Yeah,
really
most of
awesome.
Brandon's editions do, like even his own books, but I'm happy to see that here as well. That's really cool. Like the original artwork is part of the.
It's very cool.
Wow, yeah, this is nice. Yep, copyright 1990, new material illustrations, copyright 2025. Yeah, so this series is about a multi-generational, like, group of events. It takes place in... Oh, at this point, what is it? The second or third age?
In third age, but wait a minute.
But the Wheel of Time...
If
yeah.
I may, hold on. If you'll
ahead.
indulge me.
Ooh, and look at the red ink, too. It's printed on, like,
Ooh.
different colored inks throughout.
Beautiful.
Map is in red,
Nice.
too, I think.
if you'll indulge me for just one moment. The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. In one age, called the Third Age by some. An age yet to come, an age long past. A wind rose in the mountains of mist. So yeah, the Third Age.
Nice.
But
Ooh, here's an example of some, like,
oh,
two-tone
I love that artwork. That's amazing. That's obviously them coming in.
What else is there? There's this. Yeah, and I plan on actually, like, reading these copies, too, at some point. So I'm really looking forward to, like, having all this artwork to match along with it.
Do you know if, like, is it one artist that did the, like, the prints on the inside, or...
multiple artists.
Multiple
which is
artists?
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's give them some credit. Yeah, okay. So we've got full color illustrations by multiple different artists. Like, oh my god. Let's count the amount of artists here. There's the guy who did the front and rear end papers, Daryl K. Sweet, which I'm assuming is the original illustrator.
He's the original, yep.
Yep. The maps are by Peter Penev and Lissa Mitchell. And there's full color illustrations by Jeremy Wilson, Uruk Olsu, sorry if I butchered your name, Micah Epstein, Jana or Yana Sophia. Oh my goodness, yeah, okay, Paulo Galam Gum, Howard Lyon, ooh, Howard Lyon's great. And then, those are the full color illustrations. Then for two-tone illustrations, we have, oh, they're all by Peter Penev, wow, okay.
Nice.
That's really cool. So he did the maps and all the two-tone illustrations. That's really cool. And the chapter headers, too, I think I showed everybody very briefly there. They've been redone and enhanced. Like, they're way larger now and more intricate. Bob's
Really
got a
cool.
basis for what I'm talking about. Let me try and get to, like, ones that are a little more... like, usually, like, those icons change depending on whose chapter it is. Like, look at that.
Wow, I really like it.
Really cool.
Very cool.
And it's got a ribbon bookmark. It's Smithsonian. It's got head and tail bands. Let's see. I'm trying to find some more art for you all. Oh, here's another chapter header. That even the chapter headers are like little works of art too.
Wow, very nice. Very cool. Love it.
Yeah, no, this is quite awesome, honestly. It's oh yeah, some more full color artwork.
Very nice.
Really, really cool.
How do you feel?
I'm digging like the way.
How do you?
Ooh. Sorry, that's an
Ooh, Wolf
awesome
Brother.
chapter,
I love that
and
one.
That's,
That's
awesome
great.
Chapter header.
How do you feel? And I was even gonna ask. You don't have to do it, but I know you have the. Was it the Barnes and Noble one that they did a few years ago? How does it compare to that one?
This takes a huge dookie on that one for sure.
Oh, nice. I
mean,
know that scene.
Like really, the only thing out the Barnes and Noble's edition that's nice is the front boards are just like cheap like leather, and it's got gilded edges. I don't think there's anything special about it. I don't even know if the binding's anything different. I don't think there's any more art in it. It's actually worth a decent bit now though, because it's been out of print for a while. But
it surprises me that honestly it took
only
this
did
long.
one? Yeah, I know.
For such a nice edition of such a famous series. I mean, the Wheel of Time's huge.
Oh yeah. Crazy. Oh yeah, also maybe we should have put a spoiler warning on this for some of the imagery and whatnot, but
oh, yeah, true.
It came out in 1990.
I was gonna say, it is a 36-year-old book, but fair, you know?
Whoa. Look at this stylized edition. This is a two-page spread.
Ooh. Is that supposed to be, what's the name of that? Shadar Logoth?
You know, it might be.
Or is it when they're in the ways?
Yeah, you know, that's a very good point. Let me see. I'm going to actually do myself a favor and read a little bit. Let's see. That might be if they're in the ways. It's with Elias, because they were in the ways with him, right?
No, I don't think he's... Maybe that was when they were trying to escape from, or maybe that's even, like, a dream.
Could be. Oh, this is another cool scene.
Oh, wow, nice.
Pretty sure that's one of the scenes where, you know, man does something that he didn't realize he does.
Yeah. I was gonna say, since we are talking a little bit about the book, do you remember, like, the first time you read it? Your experience or the circumstances reading it? Like, do you remember how old you are, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I was in high school. So it's like, I would have known you by this point, I think.
Yeah, probably.
But was it my...
took up, like, significant amount of my year, the year I just got into it.
Yeah, same. And I read a bunch of them. I remember vividly where I was and what I was doing when I read book 4. That's my favorite out of the series, The Shadow Rising.
That's the best one, probably, yeah.
Yeah, the flashback sequences are great.
Did did you guys discover it together? Because you told me about it a couple years later and I read it, but like, did you guys discover it together? Or
My brother was reading it before me.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember if that was actually what like got me into it. I think that's how I initially became aware of it, but
Ooh, this is an iconic scene. This is the scene with Logain getting carted to the capital.
Oh, that is a very iconic scene, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely a scene worthy of like a dual like illustration. Dual
very nice artwork.
Oh yeah, no, this is great.
I think Wheel of Time might have been it was my first proper fantasy series that I read because of you, Matt, and I guess you by association since you told Matt about it, but yeah, I think I was probably more like 20, 21.
Yeah,
remember when we used to go on those morning walks, Matt? And I remember you telling me about it.
Oh yeah, where we would meet at like that little park by where Garrett lives,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. We were there. We were either there or we were at that other one in our hometown. You know which one I mean.
Mhm.
I don't want to just say it, but yeah. And we were talking about it, and then I ended up reading it, and that book like single-handedly got me into reading like big time. And then I read that whole series, and then I think I introduced you to Mistborn, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, you and Michael were like, oh, you liked Wheel of Time so much. Brandon helped finish that, and then it's like, and now I've become kind of like obsessed. It's like that scene in It's Always Sunny with Charlie and the board in the mailroom. That's kind of like me in the Cosmere now.
Yeah.
It's like you guys got me into it, but I'm like a
you're a junkie,
like a crackhead with it now.
Well, I mean, I think for me, I got into it right as it was coming out, the first Brandon one. Wow, that's
Matt
really cool.
with the dagger with Moraine and Lan.
Yeah,
that's a freaking cool picture.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Then this one goes extremely hard too.
Just can you move it up slightly?
Sorry, how's that?
Oh, that one's awesome, amazing. Yeah.
That does involve the Waygates.
Yeah.
I read some text.
For those who don't know the Wheel of Time, it's funny, like we haven't even really said much about it yet, but like I'm gonna say like, well, I guess we'll specifically talk about Eye of the World because that's what this is. Like, Eye of the World is definitely I don't know. Some people might call it Tolkien derivative. I don't think it is. It's very like the first book definitely tips its hat to Lord of the Rings a lot. You know, it's a small group of adventurers that come out of a small town, you know, and they're kind of isolated in their town, and then they go out into this wider world and crazy stuff starts happening, you know, and they end up being entangled in a much larger adventure and like the fate of the world. So it's that classic fantasy story, but I feel like Eye of the World really has its own identity, you know. It definitely has that. Yeah. It definitely has that Tolkien thing. He takes tons from him, but there's a lot of very interesting stuff that he adds to it. There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of, you know, when especially that opening chapter with Lewis Theron, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Like the past is supposed to be this actually more advanced civilization that basically falls, right? And then
yeah, it's kind of like sci-fi almost.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a little bit. But
I would
then
read a whole series of that, and Robert Jordan did say he had more in the world, but he's passed. Apparently, there was notes on like stuff for Arthur Hawkwing's time and a few other things. I think he even talked about potentially doing sequels and stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he never even was able to finish the series, but because he died. But
you know what's cool though? The ending, like the little epilogue, that's entirely Jordan. I don't think Sanderson really like. Anything into that. It's like, this is 100% Robert Jordan's, like...
Yep. And Brandon Sanderson co-wrote the last 3 books to finish it up. So Robert Jordan died before he was able to finish it, and then Brandon Sanderson took over. And he did a great job, too, you know? It's a great series. It really is. And I don't think Eye of the World's the best book, but it's one of the strongest books in the series.
This is from the original.
You know?
This is just what would have been like the front to the back of the book.
Yep.
Kind of.
That's still dirt.
No, it's definitely... this was on my paperback I had.
Yeah, that's...
It was on my paperback, but oddly enough, it's not... It's not on this hardback.
That hardcover one I had, that one's new to me, though.
Unless one of them's supposed to be from a new spring.
No, that is... No, Matt, that I can confirm. Like, it's not on this.
Huh?
It's not on this. It's the hardback, but that was on my soft cover copy that I had.
It's like so big too. It's like there's like a little crinkle in the leather here. It's not really a dent.
It's thick, with 2 C's, you know.
The spine is. I don't think there's anything you could really do to prevent that.
Yeah. Only 13 more to go.
Oh my! I know. I'm gonna be collecting these. And, like, she's probably going to be almost, like, out of high school, if not out of high school. Depending on how punctual they are with these. Since this one came out this year, I doubt,
Yeah.
God, what's the second one called? Hang on.
The Great Hunt.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm like, I know the Horn of Valere is, like, very important.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not called the Horn of Valere. And then the third one's, of course, called The Dragon Reborn.
Yep.
I feel like book 3 especially is where it really comes into its own.
Oh yeah. I agree. I actually really like the first 3 books a lot, though. There's a charm to them. There's like a sort of a simplicity to them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And then book 3 is like where it really sets the stakes even.
Oh, I don't think you showed Rob the. It's spoiler, but there is an art for the final battle.
Oh, in here?
Yeah.
You could end it on that. Look how much of a dapper gentleman Robert Jordan looks like.
Well, let's see. Oh yes. What a
Love
gentleman.
that hat.
What
It
a
almost looks like
gentleman.
he's Amish with that hat.
Yeah, he does.
That's it.
I did. This did remind me of what is it? I watched like a video recently on. It was like I don't know. Maybe some forum did like a poll on what series have aged badly or aged well, and like
Is this the picture you were talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty freaking cool. Oh yeah, and that's like him cutting his God, I need to reread this. I'm like looking at
Spoiler.
pictures and
Yep.
I'm like, what's going on, brother?
Yep.
Yeah, it went into like how like what fantasy books or series have aged badly versus aged well, and like the top of the list is Sword of Truth, which is basically a guy that was like very obviously talking or copying Wheel of Time and
Terry Goodkind.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard, yeah.
I've read the
conflicting things
first.
about-
I read the first book. It was pretty good. I liked it. I didn't read further into the
that's
series
it.
though.
The first book is okay, but everything after it is like crap, and he just kind of goes into political diatribes about trying to like insert Ayn Rand into books and stuff, and I don't know. Anytime he was asked to comment about this stuff, it's like incredibly obvious how stupid the guy is.
Oh my god.
He's like my books aren't fantasy. They're literature. They're
Yeah.
But yeah. Meanwhile, in comparison, the guy doing the video had some quotes from
Robert Jordan?
Robert Jordan about him talking about his time in Vietnam, and it was very obvious like how much his experience in Vietnam like informed the Wheel of Time books and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He definitely did. To be a little fair with that, he definitely did take a lot from Lord of the Rings and a lot from Dune. I realized after I read
yeah.
Dune, I was like, oh man. Especially
Yes.
the 4th book. I'm like, oh man, he took a lot from Dune. But he does
Oh
it in
yeah,
his own
like
way,
with the
you
whole
know?
flashback sequence is basically like a spice trip.
Oh
yeah.
my god, yeah, like when I when I first read Dune and I kept thinking of the 4th book, I'm like, oh man, it's like everything from the Aiel to the
Oh yeah, once you read Dune and
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings together, you realize how much well, I can't even say it's unoriginality because it's like the humans have been telling the same stories for
Yeah.
hundreds and thousands of years, just
Yep.
with a different flavor or like coat of paint. But really, yeah, like Dune and like Lord of the Rings are like the
Yeah.
Rosetta Stone for sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, especially from the 20th century, you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah, Wheel of Time has aged really well, and I feel like the first book, like I said, is it a little derivative? Yeah, but it's still got its own identity, and it's still really, really good. You know.
Oh yeah.
Overall, what did you think of how satisfied are you with that
With my
edition?
purchase?
Yeah.
I am very satisfied. Although part of me wonders long term, like I might get a custom slipcase for this so that like the text block doesn't sag too bad, which is down here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if you just leave it on the shelf, unless it's like squished in tight, the page block will start to sag, and then like it'll start to separate up here.
Yeah.
It gets pulled down here. Harriet apparently wants to do them all as one big volume. So I'm like, if book 1 is this big,
Oh my
I don't know
god.
if they're going to be able to stay to that once they hit the later books, man. They are going to be like, last book alone's probably going to be like almost 2 of these or like 1.5 of these.
Insane.
Yeah, maybe 1.5. I wouldn't say
I know, I wouldn't say they're quite done.
this is like 1,000 pages, and what is the last book, like 1,400 pages?
Something like that, yeah. You're not
Okay.
even exaggerating. It's like 13, 14, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think any of the others. Well, yeah, at least they'll have an easy time with the middle ones.
Yeah, because they actually got shorter for a little bit, yeah.
Those are-
Yeah, I just worry about the integrity of the spines of the books at that point, and like the boards. Like, are they going to make the boards thicker to compensate that? Because these boards are already pretty thick, and I'm pretty sure this is genuine leather, if I'm not mistaken. Brandon said that his team picked out leather that was very similar to what they used for Stormlight. And I also wanted to point out, part of the reason what took them a little while to get this out was that Isaac Stewart, the art director at Dragonsteel, they were working on a design to make like these books like look identical so that they'll look nice on the shelf. So presumably
nice.
it's going to be 2 in the same Roman numeral font, and like the rest of the book is going to be laid out like this.
Oh,
like,
awesome.
Where it says the Eye of the World, it'll probably be like the Great Hunt, stuff like that. Well, I imagine when it gets to Brandon, I'm wondering if they're going to put Brandon's name under here where that space is. Or
That
if
makes
they're
sense.
Gonna, shrink the font. But I think they're going to put his name down.
Yeah,
here.
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it looks great. It really does. I'll look forward to vicariously enjoy them
please.
as you
Yeah.
get them.
Well, you can definitely flip through it when you get here, because like I said, these are reading copies. Like obviously they're not signed because Robert Jordan's been passed away for a while.
Yeah.
Brandon didn't even sign it like with a foreword or anything. It's not numbered. I bought it to enjoy and to read. Like, some people might be like, you're nuts, because that's like an expensive thing to just buy and read, but I'm like, this is like top 5 series of all time. Like, so that's...
I was gonna ask you that, and maybe this is a good thing to close on.
Sure.
Where do you think it stands? I think for me, this was definitely my favorite series for a long time. Where do you think it still is up there for you? Like, you're saying maybe top 5?
Yeah, no, easily, I would say. And it's hard for me, too, because I adore Stormlight and Mistborn, but they're not done. Now, Mistborn has 2 different eras that are done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as, like, a completed work goes, out of what I've read, it's probably this. I need to be more well-read, though, in certain sci-fi and... I read a lot of stuff from, like, different authors. But you know what?
I'm just like, you've read so much in the past couple years.
3-4 years, yeah. Like, probably almost 200 books in the last 4 years. It's one of my favorite series for sure.
I would agree. I think it might still be my favorite. I don't know. I there's a couple that go. I talk about the Dark Tower. I talk about a couple other things. It probably is. It probably still is Wheel of Time, because I think Wheel of Time has a really great balance of like, the characters are really well written. The story is really like well written. The world's very fleshed out. He was very detailed with it. It feels like a living, breathing world. The magic is unique and interesting. Like there's deeper messaging in it that's not like preachy messaging. It's more just like things about the human condition. You have the classic hero story, but you also have, like, it's in there, but also like he does different things with it. It's just a really super unique world, and then where it goes from like point A to point Z, we'll say,
Yeah, it's like Brandon's books, Journey Before Destination. It goes to some weird, wacky places.
Even the lesser loved books, every book, even book 10, like, has something in it that I still like. Even if it does slog a little bit in the latter part of the middle, it's overall like a really great experience. And Brandon Sanderson did a phenomenal job finishing it, just wrapping it up.
And in Robert Jordan's defense, though, Knife of Dreams, which is his last entry, that was entirely
it was really good.
It's really good. Like, it's like it's honestly probably as good as like some of the like sloggy parts of like the Crossroads of Twilight and like a book or two before that were. Like, it was really good, and you can see him setting the framework for what Brandon helped finish. For sure.
Yes, you can. And it all started with Eye of the World, which I think is a great story. on its own, you know, on its own.
Yep. There it is.
Here's the original. Well, not the original. This is 2007. It's a reprint, but this was the. There you go.
Yep. Maybe we can close it out with like one of the very first paragraphs from story. Let me see. Okay, that's the prologue. Now we're gonna read chapter 1. Okay. The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth. Even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. One age called the third age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past. A wind rose in the mountains of mist. Wind was not the beginning. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time, but it was a beginning. And I hope those of you who are unfamiliar with this series treat this as a beginning to maybe get interested in it.
Yes, yeah, definitely check it out. You know, and if even if you find 14 books daunting, you may find even just reading the first one. I got to read the second one and then the third. Then the next thing you know, you're 12 books in and you're doomed. So. Yeah. All right.
But honestly, life pro tip, like I've been like keeping little synopses and like cliff notes of books I've read to later reflect on. Like highly recommend that for people who have trouble with like bigger books.
Yep.
Like write down a few key plot points as you're reading. It's like a great refresher.
I even now I've been reviewing books I finish on Goodreads, and that actually helps me a lot.
Yeah, same.
You know? So like even just doing that. But anyway, that was the Eye of the World. Thanks for showing us that, Matt. That was awesome. I'm looking forward to next time I see you in person and I can look at it.
Yes, you can stroke the shiny.
Whoa, okay. G-rated audience.
G-rated audience.
Just kidding. All right, well with that, unless you got anything else, that's probably it, and we'll catch you guys in the next video, whatever that may be.
Yeah, I'm currently working on a script for my top 40 like short story reads of last year, and I'm probably making it more complicated than it needs to, but that'll be a video coming out sometime.
Definitely.
Eventually.
We should do a Wheel of Time video, just like talking about it and maybe ranking the books or something. I don't know, but we should do that.
Do a whole video just on the magic system even.
I know, you could do a lot with the Wheel of Time. But with that said, thanks guys for checking this out. We'll see you next time.
See ya, everybody.
Bye.